This is us going to go speak to Drillmont, so that we can finally go get our airship, so we can finally take on Garuda. And yes, this runaround time was a lot less frustrating versus the go get me food quest for Titan. Running around saving people from an evil heretic who's trying to falsely accuse them so they all die, I think was a lot more fulfilling a time waster than go get me this specific fair exotic apple from the lips of a Marlboro monster. Anyways. We owe you a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Gulemi would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garlond. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course, it is the very least I can do, given all that you've done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we've been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when it was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. Far too long the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Querthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have as yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Drillmont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nethelane of your impending visit. May Halone guide you, scions. Can I finally get away from this depressing church organ music? That would be nice. Like, this is the kind of music you would hear in Dracula's castle. Just saying. Call me Goku, because I'm just saying. Alright. Hi-ho, Silver, away! Remember that being combat music before. But I like it! I know I didn't need to do that, but I wanted to. Alright, Nethelane. Hail, Dahala! Lord Drillmont has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whensoever you wish. Nice. Oh, right! What's our new minion that's gonna follow us around today? Our wind-up airship. We've got some we haven't seen yet. Why'd you give me the... Oh, next week. Alright, with NPCs. Our favorite Lancer, Thaumaturge, and Conjurer join us again. Let's hope I'm geared enough to survive this. I think that's why that one dungeon I struggled, was because my gear wasn't quite up to par. Woo! I'm sorry, that actually startled me. Alright, tanky aura is on. Oh, they gave me 100%. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, they really did think of this. Don't want to stand with that. Okay, now let's start to I need to go this way because that was a dead end. And I doubt they'd have a treasure chest. Oh, hello! Oh! Oh! What the? Where'd he go? Okay, well I guess I don't have to finish him, but that was a really nasty ambush that I want to throw. I think most of them use them weird, like, tank buster stuff, so it'll last for a few seconds. Hey, you pay attention to me there, Buster. I'm the star of this show. Isn't that what tanks are? Attention seekers? Oh, maybe there's a treasure chest in here. No, I didn't think there would be one so close up, but hey, can't hurt to be thorough. That looks shiny in my fancy car. Which way am I supposed to go? This way. It looks like... And this looks like to be the only connecting way, because the other one doesn't look connected? At least not on the minimap. No treasure chests. Still gonna keep looking though, cause... Oh, that's why it looks like it's blocked. Because it is blocked. squishy guy. Run quick! Ah, missed me! Got everybody else. That sucks. Chest. Ooh, first boss. Oh boy, okay. Ooh, it's a no return thing too. Okay. Hey, where are you going? I have a bad feeling I should, like, maybe go to this guy's over here. That did get a little dicey. Just a little bit. Oh. I can't use this. Okay, so if we go this way, there's a treasure chest this time. Just Mirror Rainbow? Pretty much. I used to play it, like, several years ago, like, back when Stormblood was the latest expansion. And I stopped playing. And I recently came back because a friend invited me, so I thought I'd start streaming it and share my fun. So I'm not very experienced, and there's a lot I don't know. Oh good, we did miss it this time. Ambush failed! Halitosis to boot. Yep, this way, okay. Let's turn you around so you can make it back around the bend. Time tanking in Final Fantasy. I usually play a healer, so it's very new to me in many aspects. Chest. Vigil eye patch. Possibly an upgrade. Oh, you can see my face again! This way. Probably have to fight some more icy stuff. Well, hello there. Okay. This way a little bit. This way. And then this way? Yes, because this way is the boss fight. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh, this is the guy that kept ambushing us. Right. Oh, here's a good time to use the tank busters again. Hurt as much. Where are you going? Tornadoes. Okay, over here. Then over here. possible upgrade, and... not an upgrade. This goes back into inventory. Yay! I like upgrades! Upgrades great! Okay, great! Great. Now we go... Peekaboo! This is not a good spot to have this fight, guys. There's not a lot of well, at least we won't get any more of them fire hallway ambush thingies. Hello! Hey, free treasure chest this time. No monsters protecting it. Yay! Vigil tights. Ah, it's more susceptible to magic stuff. Still, I've gotten quite a few upgrades, and that's nice. Here it comes. Look, it's the Enterprise! Yes, just beyond that enormous sleeping dragon. The dragon is not our concern. We have come for the airship and only the airship. Sid, you and I will sneak aboard the Enterprise and prepare it for launch. Dahala, you stay here and keep an eye on the beast. If it wakes, we may need you to provide a distraction till we're ready to depart. You can manage that, can't you? Oh, you arrogant little brat! That settles it then. Shall we, Sid? As you command. And somebody sneezes. Nope. He shows up. So, you mean to slay Garuda next? Interesting. Most interesting. And you are aware that her strength greatly exceeds that of your previous primal conquests? A testament to the fanatical devotion of her followers. The Ixal are nothing if not zealots. In spite of your past achievements, I labor to believe that you would best this foe. Yet only a fool would underestimate the great bringer of light, slayer of Ifrit, bane of Titan. If any mortal is capable of defeating the Lady of the Vortex, it's you. Win or lose, the battle should at least make for an entertaining spectacle. Assuming, of course, you live that long. Alphinaud, the dragon! Confound it all! Let's see how well your blasphemous gifts serve you this time, Crystal Bearer. Alright, Mr. Angry Dragon. Let's dance. You will have a lot of ass to start to turn you around. Running away, so I run away. Over here, ugly. Okay, that's how I should start timing that. When I see him start casting it, I'll use it. Of course, I have to actually notice he's casting a spell. Oh, he's fully resistant. Yeah, I can't stun him with that. Okay, yep, good timing. I got that one good. Following the thaumaturge. Whoops. Okay, sit here. Is that it, or is he gonna do more? Oh, he's doing more. Worth it. Not necessarily a weird thing so much as I just need to time my defensive skills a lot better. Really? Really? You sneaky bugger. Someone use the limit break. There we go. Good job. And yes, I am screenshotting like crazy, as I like. Alright, my shiny treasure coffer. Okay. Orchestra roll, okay. And something's a weapon. Use. Sweet. I'm excited about that. Alright, so orchestrion rolls. I've got 2 of the same one. I don't think I can use 2. No, okay. So I probably will have to, I don't know, trade that to somebody for some cash or something maybe? Alright, team, you did awesome! Time for me to, bail! Dun 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 dun. What does GG mean? I don't know if it means good group or good game. I knew it meant something positive. Gotta catch him all, crystal shards. Just 2 more, it looks like. Nope. Dahala! Dahala! Are you alright? Speak to me! Aw, now he looks concerned for once. 12 be praised! I feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rate you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of that etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. I have quite enough to do already. Which reminds me, Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let us go see what he has to say. What say you, Sid? Will she fly? Yes, though it won't be a pleasant ride. Well, I dare say it'll be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If all are in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye, it is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission. This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... it's no use. Let's go. Okay. Once we finish this cutscene, I'll adjust the music volume. I think I know how to do that. How I have longed for the more agreeable climate of the Twelveswood. Yet I would not deny the Holy See had its charms. Endless detours aside, our Ishgardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? Eventually they settle on no rest for the righteous, hopefully. Or is it no rest for the wicked? But they keep saying no rest for the something, and it always sounds or feels wrong. Alright, Sid, what do you need? Sid appears to be deep in thought. I suppose that is allowed. It calms me to look at her. It's as though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew I was missing. Hardly surprising. You did design and build her. I bear good news. The Seatseers have granted our request to house the Enterprise. We may take as long as we need to repair her. Of course, it would be rank folly to take one moment more than we require. Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benighted realm from her talons, it must needs be soon. Though I am no expert on the workings of airships, it seems plain to me that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? You are. Frankly, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by a raging tempest, apt to turn proud trees to matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But if this tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that may not be enough. Confound it! There must be a way to brave the fury of the elements. The elements? But of course! That's it! We worked upon the elements itself. Using the power of a corrupted crystal, we could clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise a battering. I see. You propose to utilize the properties of a crystal to alter the elemental aspects of the barrier. It seems so childishly simple in retrospect. Though maybe not to you, Dahala. We speak of the manifestations of over-aspected aether that can be found throughout Eorzea. Are you insulting my intelligence, little boy? I oughta just throw a book at you or something. Since the calamity disrupted the land's etheric currents, such crystals have become comparatively commonplace, which has been the cause of great woe, as they are known to warp etheric energies, including those of living organisms. The point is, we could theoretically use a corrupted crystal to convert the wind-aspected aether comprising Garuda's barrier into aether of another aspect, one she cannot control. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort, however hard Garuda blows. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. All of this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with the necessary properties. Have you any idea where we might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might. A scholar by the name of Lampertent, who resides in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Marcus, back then, met him. I suppose, whether out of pity or for want of more willing listeners, he would talk to me for hours at a time about his etheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. It was as a result of these conversations that poor Marcus was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Dahala, I need you to return to Thanalan and seek out this scholar. Sid and I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. You mean Sid, because you're not handy with a hammer, are you, kiddo? Alright, to Camp Drybone we go. And I'm halfway to 45 and we'll get our next Paladin quest. That's kind of exciting. My character is now more levels than I am. By 4. They're almost as many levels as my husband, though. Okay, so he's probably over here. Yeah, this is the end. Buckle up. Why, yes, I am Professor Lambertient. Beg pardon? You wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystals? Truly? Well, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow woman of science. Okay, so that's not an upgrade. Obviously those aren't, so we're gonna take the elegant. That is also not an upgrade. Ah, so rare to find a fellow intellectual in this region. 'Tis even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit to whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at first impression, yet possessed an amazing affinity towards the scientific pursuits. But to the matter at hand, did you say you wish not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Egads, woman! At least take the necessary precautions so that you do not suffer from exposure to its harmful energies. I'm beginning to wonder if you've sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means by which these inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystal you seek within this warded pot to protect yourself from its deleterious effects, though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Hahasako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of aether at Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you with the finer points of crystal harvesting. Okay. I think I need my silver. Okay, it looks like I need to go over here and down some. Yes, there we go. Hi, Hahasako. How many times must be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile! I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. What have we here? A containment vessel? Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertian. You thieving knave! I shall call for the... Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you. Then you must have sought me out per his instructions, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve! Oh, Frabjous Day! Kalahoo! Kalahay! That I should be chosen to guide this woman. Yes, I, Hahasako, greatest of Professor Lambertine's pupils, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that naught but a perfect place will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths amidst the flowing waters and the murderous Mirrorites lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Man, this guy talks in tongue twisters. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the warded pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads to the Burgundy Falls, to the base of the burning wall, is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. Dude. Alright, Silver. Ooh, we got a bit of a ride ahead of us this time. I'm a genius. I actually guessed right, I think. Yep. Look, crystals. Hi, Floating Stone. You know what would be really funny is if he was named Floating Stone while standing on floating stones. Like, there's not around here, but you know what I mean, right? That would be kind of funny. Just kind, right? Oh. Giant crow people, I guess? I have to say, the plants around here look really cool. Alright, you know what? Let's... Oh, I can't. Be like, let's just leap of faith in. And I'm now going up instead of down. How do I go down instead of up? Okay, let's, there must be like a little side path or something I've missed. Oh. Why, yes, there is. We're going down, down, hey, just spending my money. Out of control. something. Bankroll. This highly specialized tool is nothing more than a hammer. Out of target. Ah, there we go. Okay, I got it. Present the corrupted crystal. Wait, they're not crowmen, they're robot men? Alright. I see you've come galumphing back. Have the crystal then? What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal! Professor Lambertine will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. Yeah, sure you did. Gave me a hammer and said, get to it, kid. All of a sudden I'm like, wait, where's the end? Yeah, over here. I got disorientated. My keen scholar's sense tells me you've obtained a corrupted crystal. Am I right? If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. Ah, it is as you desired, a corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected aether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected aether? Oh dear. That may prove to be problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objective from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hahasoko. But what is science if not trial and error? And you can truly say that this failure has taught you something, right? Think, woman. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so again. What's more... Oh, my ankle just went crack in the most painful way. Oh, give me a second. Ouch. Sorry. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the etheric studies conducted by the students of Valdesian. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with that organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you all right? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You've still a corrupted crystal to find. But you also failed to tell me, +6, what kind of a crystal I want to find now. Professor Lambertine knows you where you might find the crystal you seek. Oh, thank God. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lenosha. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lenosha was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was Western Lenosha. Pharos Sirius, on the Isles of Umbra, to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning. Something to do with one of Dalmon's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Aleport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear any fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. Western Minotia, huh? I have the one to Aleport. Off to Aleport we go. All right. Corrupted crystals? Madame, I've no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertine did send you! Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sienna, greatest of the professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh gods, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. Pants are not an upgrade. And I've leveled up to 45, which means we'll be needing to do our job quest. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding the Pharos Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you'll have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Okay, so before we go running around talking to yellow jackets, we are returning to Ul'dah to pick up our next paladin quest. To the Chamber of Rule! Jenlin wishes to assign you your most daunting trial yet. Well, come, friend. I have important news for you. In my search for the traitor, I have been looking through old records and discovered something chilling. Around the time the traitor Solkazgil was named captain, several famed soldiers of the Sultan Sworn met with untimely deaths. But strangely, our records do not say how they died. Curious, I begged the favor from an old friend and received permission to inspect medical records kept by Frondale's frontistry. I discovered that the soldiers died in various ways, some in combat, some suddenly at night in the barracks, but in nearly every case there were signs that poison had played a role in their demise. Yes, poison. Carefully, invisibly administered. The more I read, the more I saw the dark hand of death's embrace at work. Assassins in the pay and service of the monetarists. A society so secretive that few believe it truly exists. But no matter how skilled and devious the assassins, they should not have been able to kill so many of the Sultan Sworn elite without being discovered. Not, that is, without the help from within our own ranks. So I asked myself, who had the most to gain from their deaths? One by one, the former captain, his trusted aides, and the most capable of the Sultan's Sworn, who might have become future commanders, all of them slain by an invisible hand, and with their deaths, the way was open for Solkasgil to become the Sultan's Sworn's youngest captain in a century. The Monetarists were plotting to kill the best and bravest of the Sultan's Sworn, to purge its ranks of greatness, and to enervate it so that it could no longer carry out its duty to serve as a sword and shield of the Sultanate. Which begs the question, how did Solkasgil remain captain for 30 years? How did he avoid the poisoner's kiss, when men much better than him had succumbed? There could only be one explanation. He was in their paw. He was the Monetarist cat paw, the turncoat in our midst. Needless to say, I am more determined to track him down than ever before. While I continue my investigation, I have a trial for you. I want you to seek the gallant armor, the legendary raiments worn by generations of the finest soldiers of the Sultan's Sworn. In accordance with Sultan's Sworn tradition, the set that would be yours has been scattered across southern Thanalan. Each piece has been locked within a coffer, which will be guarded by 2 men. You must best the Sultan's Sworn themselves if you are to claim their armor. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Okay, so... little Alamigo! It looks like 3 of them are there. Maybe 4? Don't let me catch you fighting with the Alamegans. Sure thing, boss. I have no intentions of fighting with the Alamegans. Okay, let's summon Silver. And then let's mount up and run! I know that I'm not actually supposed to be killing them. Like, they didn't actually die, it's just the game mechanics, but still. Ooh, my first blue piece of gear. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at how shiny I am! Okay. There's something else here. Oh, below! Not a smart choice on my part. I really should not have just jumped off a cliff down here. Oh, stun bastard. Enough with your casting, kiddo. I have the legs. Okay, so now I have to figure out how to get back up there. This could prove to be a little tricky. Come on. Or maybe not quite as tricky as I thought. Go around the town. Avoid the Amajaks. We don't need to pick no unnecessary fights. Close. Oh, yep. Stop with your spell casting. If you'd have bothered to kill your buddies, you probably wouldn't be dead. Beat up. Okay, we've got the solarettes, whatever those are. That would be the boots. Okay. So just the headpiece and the chest piece. But I only get one more, so probably the headpiece. And then they'll give you the chest piece in the next quest, maybe? Find out. Take you over first time. No. There we go. Yep, the Gallant Coronet. Oh, you can actually see it on my character. Oh, that looks so cool. Alright, sweet. Report to Jenkins. Also, I forgot where I was going. Ulda. I had the biggest brain fart all of a sudden. Good. The armor is yours. You have learned the lessons well and honed your skills, and now you are ready to face Sulcasgull the traitor. Yes, the time has come. I discovered his hiding place and made contact through emissaries. We are negotiating the return of Oathkeeper. Secrecy is crucial, as is preparation. We will leave only when you are ready. Oh, I immediately get another quest. Okay. And I get the ability called Cover. Oh, sweet. Protect the healer. The recovery of Oathkeeper is to be the first step in restoring the honor of the Sultan Sworn. I have told Sulcasgull that if he returns the sword, we will give him a fair trial. Otherwise, he shall be captured and thrown at the feet of the Sultana for judgment. The parley is to take place south of Forgotten Springs in the Sagoli Desert. Give me your map and I'll mark the location. While I believe he is acting alone, we must be prepared for anything. You may be certain that the Monetarists will not take kindly to his surrender. In fact, I believe that should the Monetarists discover Sulcasgull is willing to parley, they will surely try to intervene. Therefore, we must not speak of what we do, not to anyone. We should travel separately, so as not to attract attention. We shall meet again at the parley. Forgotten Oasis, huh? Passive. That's a lot of sandworms. Enjoy! Uh-oh, that looks like a duty and a sword. Alright, let's proceed. Let's see how it goes. So you dared to come. You are a brazen one, I'll grant you that. But did you really think I wouldn't find out? Come, confess. My allies within the Sultan Sworn have told me the truth. I know you are working in league with the traitor and the Monetarists. Confess! With your dying breath, you will tell me where I can find the Oathkeeper and the traitor who stole it! Do you dare to accuse my own Sultan Sworn of lying? We are comrades in arms, every one of us, bound in brotherhood by our oath. I would trust them with my life. What is your word when set against theirs? We know the meaning of honor. You are a naive fool. I suspected you from the beginning, ever since you showed me the soul of the paladin that the traitor gave you. You were, no matter how briefly, a paladin, and as such, you are bound by a code of honor that is unforgiving as it is noble. Traitor! I sentence you to death and decree that your body shall lie here and feed the crows! What the bleep bells? Okay, this is an endurance game. our arts against us. Well, you're the one that taught me! Oh, I interrupted it. Good. Unlike you, I have experience on the field against dirty bastards! You cannot do this! I am the greater swordsman, your superior in every way! You are blinded, Genelus, by your own conviction. Genelus, remember your own lessons. A paladin does not exist to defend his position or the honor of his fellow Sultan Sworn. Those men were assassins in service to the monetarist. The moment you outlived your usefulness, you were to be killed. You and this free paladin of yours. Liar! You are their agent! You betrayed us for them! You were always naive, Genelins. Too willing to trust your fellow man. It's one of your virtues, but you have a deplorable habit of turning your virtues into vices. Think! The information you uncovered, how did you come by it? Did it fall into your lap as if, oh, I don't know, someone was feeding it to you for their own purpose? You and the paladins under your command are the monetarist lapdogs. Genelins, you've been led a merry dance and followed their lead at every step. Then, you were never a traitor? You were innocent? I've wronged you. Well, I did beat him pretty good. Easy now. Your wounds aren't mortal, but you still need to rest. I'll take care of the captain. He's had worse, and we'll have him back on his feet soon enough. You've become a fine warrior and learned all there is to know about the way of the paladin. I think perhaps that you are not aware just how much you've grown. Well, 'tis time you were made aware, paladin. When the captain's recovered, keep an eye on him for me, will you? He needs someone like you to watch his back. The words of Sokaskill have awoken the memories of Paladin itself, I think it said? Memories of Paladin's past. Okay. But I didn't learn any new skills. Yet. Oh, isn't that a pretty dress? I like that outfit. Alright, Mr. Just Tried to Kill Me. Paladin, I have done you a great wrong. I allowed myself to be hoodwinked, accused you of treason, and even turned my sword against you. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. As for me, yes, I am recovered from my wounds, at least those that will heal, but far more important than that, Sokaskill is innocent after all. He was never a traitor, and the dream that I followed in my youth was not a lie. I remain captain of the elite, although a poor substitute for my predecessor. I am now working on a plan to strike back at the monetarists and restore the Sultan Sworn to its former glory. No, do not be afraid for me. We've unmasked the foe, and he cannot hide behind its deceptions anymore. The assassins won't find it easy to reach me. For now, I will bide my time, marshal my strength, and when the time is right, strike hard at our enemies. But what about my chess piece? Do I have to wait 5 levels for that? Seems like it. Okay. Take all damage intended for another party member as long as said member remains within 10 yalms. Does not activate with certain attacks. Duration 12 seconds. Okay. No, I'm not trying to summon the bard. I'm trying to unlock my bard. I'm going to stick this... You know what, I'll stick it here. And that can go. Because I need to have it in an obvious spot, since I'm going to need to be clicking and then picking and clicking if I'm going to be using it. I'll use it to protect my healer, though. Okay, now that that's all done, let's go back to Ailport. Someone I need to talk to. But first, let's go to the one farthest away so that I end up closer to her when I have to hand in. Because that seems kind of smart. The Isles of Umbra? What interest have you in that godforsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharaoh Sirius, the Isles have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. Okay, so a lot of ships are crashing there. I have a feeling this is leading up to another dungeon. Not Garuda. Garuda is taking a bit longer, it feels. But I'm not as frustrated as I was with Titan. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody hells, lass, are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. Okay, so something is killing people. Up or down? I'm thinking down. And inside. No. Okay, so up. Listen. A jingle! It must be up here, maybe, then? There's a person there. Yes. Ah! You startled me! Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at times like this? What with this fatuous gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isles of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. Okay. Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down my spine. Ah, Dahala, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is a very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. I'm not sure if she's scared or really excited. Well, worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandonment of the Pharaoh Cyrus? Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Skyfrit, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra! This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested, after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. Wow. So you're too good to talk to a criminal, huh? Tisk, tisk. Alright, buddy. I have to go back. She calls to me. Sings to me. Tell Mimidoa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you could release me? Yes. Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go to her. I'm betting $100 this has something to do with sirens of some kind. It certainly ain't pirates. What did Skyfrin have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less about how much he misses his favorite bar wench. But what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name! That's the bastard who grabbed my ass the other day out in the pub! Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. You have an excuse for everything, lady. Well, if his hands go wandering on me, all he's gonna find is some plate mail! Another initiate, are you? No? Then what are you? Speak up, missy, I can't hear you! Bugger me, is that what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this, you say. Where did you say you found it? Skyfrin, you say. Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's naught left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Pharaoh Cyrus, he was. Company sent me to supervise the lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them up and vanished. That's a lot of halves. What's that? You're looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a-calling. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sellswords and let him sort it out. But you'll do in a pitch. You will. Show this parchment to the skipper and he'll see you there and back. Well, that went a lot faster than I thought it would. So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. Yeah, I got you your permission. Biatch. You mean that disgusting creature was Skyfriend's superior? I find that hard to believe. But this rite of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say it's a relief to work with such an industrious woman as you. I look forward to the hearing of your discoveries that you're going to make on Umbra without me. Fine, fine. I failed to see the justification of dragging me along on your journey. But if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 as my witness, if you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back and haunt you! That's okay. I kind of figure I know how to exorcise ghosts. Take me to the Isles of Umbra, she bids, as if it's as simple as, oh, I see you've got a writ of passage. All right then, climb aboard. It really is as simple as that. And here we are, the Isles of Umbra. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but... Oh, the hell's with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me... You know, for once, I'd like there to be someone who, did all the stuff and not me. Someone industrious who does all the running around for me. Beg your pardon, madame, but how could you come here? Access to the island is currently restricted. An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal? Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. Not an option, buddy. The writ Master Mimidoa grants you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant massive crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharaoh Cyrus were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance, at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Dahala. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements right now. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing about the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. Okay. Hey, I think I know this crew. No. No, it's not the same one. It's all there for to take in 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks in their cargo, but those queer dead things in that voice. Actually, the voice was quite nice. You suddenly know how to talk properly once you're talking about that voice, huh? You saw them too, right? Dead people. Just shambling about without a care in the world. Except they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse, I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. I have a feeling I'm going to be going down to the water. Gotta figure out what that voice is. And like I said, bet you $100, it's suicide. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if... But that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? But if they have returned, that would mean... Oh, beg your pardon. I was just, thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew frustrated waiting for the sweet young lass with skin as soft as phoenix down to return. Which I'm assuming is you. Don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. I literally just got here, you old creepy miniature man. What's been keeping you, Initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Eh? Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk that wander near the ship graveyard. And it stirred up the dead and all? Bloody hells. This takes me back to my days as a cannon boy, sailing under old Miss Beard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned them last time. Bah! They bloody would, though, wouldn't they, brazen old biddies? Oh. Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in me bones that this day would come. And come it has. Aye, I'd bet me bum ear a siren's behind all of this. Called it! Nay, not one of them sanguine variety, Initiate. I'm speaking of the other kind. Thems that got feathers and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. Nah, drowning's just the start. See, even in death a man stands bound to the beast, forced to do her bid until his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, except maybe in drinking I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell's-born hussy afore she takes another soul. Of course, we can't send ye marching off to war without these. Siren don't have no power over a man who can't hear a song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair. And lucky for both of us I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we best head over to her. Ship to the graveyard, Initiate. Did he give me something? Not that I can see. As she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. Oh, it's a duty! Let's see if I'm lucky enough to get this all done on the first try, not have to redo it. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Quiet! Do you hear that? It's her! Look over the water! she comes. Nishit, she comes! Quick, lass! Shove and plug in your ears. Get ready for a fight. Soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditty, she'll call on her thralls, and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. Hither embrace, mine everything all. True love spurned, her cruelty's reward. Cast out callous soul, dead to desire. Let's see. Back over near here. Spare mournful mistress distress. Why? Melody, last breath of death, the rhythm. Dost thou not to relent, regret, forever alone? I think I need to avoid those bubbles. They look kind of heavy. Skip the heart. Yeah, those things hurt. Yeah, good. My love, a river, one look, soul shiver. Boy, you're squishy. Okay, Captain. Let's talk. Where is this? No more! Dark eclipse the heart. That's it. Well, you seem pleased, so that's good. Eh? Am I alright? Ha! I'm better than that, Nishit. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse, I am. Of course, I'd be happy as a sailor with 2 whatsits if I'd gutted the songstress, but you can't have everything, can ye? She'll not come crooning around here again, though. Not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help, bugger me. I've clean forgot your name. Remind me. Dahala? Don't recall having no initiate by that name. But if you're not me old mate, what's the name? Why, you been so bloody helpful. Never mind. Be seeing you, lassie. assault with sirens, just like I guessed. You mean it was a siren? But how were you able to resist her song? I see. I actually heard that Master Mimidoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. Oh, thank God for that. Did she literally go and run all the way back to Aleport? She did. Yes, we're going back to Aleport. You are getting no credit. For all my hard work. Oh my god, it's a mind flare! Sorry. Having a little peek moment. Alright, Sienna. Oh, it's you! Welcome back, Dahala. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say. And more importantly, alive! You are alive, aren't you? No, I'm very dead inside. Aha! The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Dahala. Seldom if ever have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected aether. What? You wanted a corrupt crystal composed of ice-aspected aether to counteract the effects of a raging wind? Ah, well, this specimen won't help you. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You just have to keep looking, I suppose. Woman? You had best give me a good lead. I've been on enough goose chases. Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected aether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Eh? What's with that expression? I thought you would be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better is that this time, you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Hedian's findings suggest that it is actually quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It's been a pleasure, Dahala. Come back and see me sometime, alright? If I ever see you, it's too soon. Absolute waste of my time, woman. Okay, so from here... Okay, so Old Gridania. Ah, there we go. Okay. For some reason, my brain just was not clicking. If you don't just straight up hand me the crystal, I'm going to cry. Greetings and salutations, Miss Silverlight, I presume. Sienna informed me of your adventures in Aleport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Though, as Professor Lambertine is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelveswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You're familiar with the Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones? Well, one such creature, with an infamously insatiable appetite, has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Twelveswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested, and I am reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when... You couldn't care less about all of this, could you? To the point, then! Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is a particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort he will find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart. I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside of the Spriggan's lair, and wait for the opportunity to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. Punch him so hard he throws up, maybe. The map is giving me no clues. Where do I go from here? Ah. Bent Branch Meadows. Sorry, I keep trying to sneak a drink in. I am very thirsty. Alright, looks like we're headed up. Well, definitely finding Spriggans. That is a big guy. Up we go. Oh, goodness. I'm just making all the friends now. Yeesh. Okay, got the crystal bear. Deliver it to Hedlin. So back to New Gridania we go. please let this be the end of my running around. Get me all excited about going to fight Garuda, and it's taken me 2 episodes to get this far. Ah, pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? What is that god-awful smell? Your crystal. My word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. I'd also see you weren't adverse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. When life is on the line, and I do mean a lot of lives, a little bit of, is... I used to work at a vet hospital. I know how gross that can be. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know? This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal that you sought, one overflowing with earth-aspected aether. Calm down. I jest. It is comprised of ice-aspected aether, don't worry. I suppose the joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for naught. Beg your pardon, Dahala. I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Labertite. Something about a man named Marcus? Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I've yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning to do anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. He was so close to being the good one. You know, the intelligent one that has responsible sharing of his intellect and information. And then he went, well, none of my business. And failed. Anyone who invents something amazing and then doesn't responsibly make sure of things is an idiot. What's the point of having a patent to protect your amazing technology if you're not going to utilize that patent to protect yourself too? Yes, I wish to proceed to my vessel. Also, I have no idea why they named him Giggity, but all I can think of is Quagmire, and it makes me feel ashamed. All repairs and modifications have been completed, Dahala. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. You do have no idea. And if you complain about the smell, I'll slap you. I need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks exactly what we need. Worry not, Dahala. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. Better not. That was hell. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. Come on. That'll work. Level up pretty quick here. According to my test, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it's only fair to tell you that this is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... Maybe it's better that we remain positive. Dahala, I want to thank you, after reuniting me with my ship, for trusting me to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I'm not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand. But I might die, so I'm gonna say it now.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs. To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
I love that Star Trek reference.
Damn it! I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you. Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks. Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pure-blood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this. To carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy. Sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Dahala, for the end is nigh, be it hers or our own. Oh boy! dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers! 12%. She's huge! As I live and breathe. Over there, look. Amalja and Kabul prisoners. But why would the XL bring them here? Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we are come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children? These landwalkers would bring me low. You who are bound to crawl upon the earth shall revere me, for I am the wind! Did we not take to the skies and slip your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the roots with your blood and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Sorry, I can't cackle. Slay the unfeathered ones, we shall, as an offering to Garuda they will serve. Leave the Ixal to us, Dahala. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail, Dahala. Remember, you fight for the Scions, for Eorzea. This worm would die by mine own hand. Come then, I shall grant you that which you seek. Ooh, that is a creepy smile. Very creepy smile. Alright. Why are you guys beside me? You're not taking damage because of that? Because it's just backwards stand, I guess. Wind blows where the wind will blow. Nope, she resisted it. Oh, I was stunned. Oh, they're running away! Gotta hide. Oh, didn't make it. She's planning to do something big. Okay, guys, get rid of those razors. There we go. No! 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 What? How in the hells? This is my realm! You have no hope here. None! None! Did you truly believe you could defy a god, Landwalkers? Oh, they're praying to her, that's why. My power is limitless, my children legion, and they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals, and those who would use my crystals to awaken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God! Of course! Worship! So long as the Ixal keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them. Ah! No harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, Landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment. The desert vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then I will take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and it all shall be mine. All mine! You, Landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins. Not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, Landwalker, to your last breath. No! No! I claimed you! You should be mine! What? What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible! Alright, awesome. Oh yeah. Primal battles don't give you lootsies. That's disappointing.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die? We've done it!
Ah! Impossible it is! Kill you all!
Is that all? O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda, of all primals the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Ah, Sid, my boy, you look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country, I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno Almighty Freed brought us succor in our hour of need.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! It hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to...
No. No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy! We must run!
Surrender yourselves unto me! I would feast upon your ether! None shall stand against the wind!
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire! It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
No! No! No!
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
XII, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and Supreme Commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius! Where in the seven hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat. While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side, for the time being at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost, my friend, for we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Dahala. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I could have sworn I saw... But I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most intriguing mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may now consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their gods so long as that weapon exists. Truly, a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Free wingmate? It is past time we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be a dishonor to the memory of those who fell there. We've been brought to our knees, but we will not rest. Sorry, let me try that again. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. Aw, no Tata room. I don't like how empty it is right now. Tell me, Dahala, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it's just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar. Let me guess, this one has the helm piece to it too, and that's why it looks like an upgrade. Let's just do that. Wait! Who goes there? Now, Gita, is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino! Dahala! Sid? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of, but it's been a while, Yida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been. This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when... I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw... Yida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start, if Y'shtola hadn't been here to help me. Y'shtola is here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Y'shtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals. One that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants to the gifted, to the primal's influence. Powerful though his Allagan weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo. None of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter. The Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Yida? What? Oh, yes! Yes, of course! Whatever you need! We can discuss our next move upon Y'shtola's return. For now, I say we rest.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Y'shtola! Dahala! I see you and Alphina are safe, and Sid. That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louis Sois guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. So now we're gonna go save Minfilia, right? Right? The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Dahala. Considering how much bullshit I've had to go through to get to each of the different titans, yeah, I can imagine. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they will have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy, and if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence, of which I have none. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this. Lord Portelaine of House Durandare. He is stationed at the Observatorium in Querthis. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. Well, I guess it's a good thing I did all that bullshit in Querthis recently, because those guys owe me, and they should definitely pay up. Okay. I want to go to this one, because I want to go to this one, so I can run back down to the observatorium. Alright, Silver. Like the wind. Oh, right, this guy. Okay. Ah, Dahala, the woman who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You are an associate of Yustoa. But of course, Lord Drillmont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Castrum Sentry? What interest do you have with all the Imperials? They hold several of our number whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castro. A Hugurian woman, an Elizan man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male, 1 female. It's them! It has to be! Minfilia, Orange, Papablimo, and Tataru! If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Querthis not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogadin and a Lalafel, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rogadin and a Lalafel, Master Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge! Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, Dahala, and soon! The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Fleeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It's likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you best act now. If, as it has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portelaine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes a reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured, our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Ritathin, you depart for Castrum Occudens at midnight. You will command the western front in Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yes. Forgive my impudence. But is it proper to give command of half of our forces to a... I have given you nothing, Prefectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord! My quarters. 1 hour. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity along Albothea's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with your Stola. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Dazimail Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Brycelet, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will be reunited with your friends soon. May the Fury grant you strength. You stand before Dazimail Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. A letter from Lord Portalet. So you've come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperium soldiers have since been sighted in the area seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are still yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Arum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Periamons. He will be able to assist you. A bit of a goose chase, I think. But considering that we're trying to find people that want to be found and yet do not want to be found, that makes sense that it would be a bit of a goose chase. They're not going to send me inside the dungeon to find them, are they? I think I've done quite a few dungeons so far. Alright, Perimons. The Imperial airship. I saw it approach to land with mine own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take off to the skies again, but not before it deployed a detachment of troops. Rough orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. I am pretty sure that that is one that is legs and boots, so I will not be taking it. Sir Perrimons wants to share with you what he knows. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post, to find evidence that someone had been there in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail, and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you'll be able to follow the prints to their owners. Let's channel our, Viggo Mortensen. I don't know how to pronounce his last name properly. But we are going to channel our Strider power and track these guys down, right? Fortunately, I have a thing that helps me tell me where to go, because I have no idea how to actually track. For a second there, it looked like it said new server instead of nerve sever. Oh, here we go. Some progress. Someone's hiding under the bridge. Who's our little trolley friend? I'm going to assume a very, very short trolley friend. Yep. Wedge! Wedge, my baby! Brr, so cold. What a cold. Please don't eat me! I'm not nearly as succulent as I look, I promise! It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear! Dahala! It's you! Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful! The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell's-bent on invading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw! 3 times! And then I finally found cover. And that's when it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Track down Wedge? That's wonderful news! Now, what of Biggs? I see. Well, it's hardly as surprised as me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taking care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west. With both Yida and Y'shtola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If my memory serves, There should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Derry-ho? Was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years! Oh, thank goodness he's alive! I'm feeling better now, Dahala. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Got a little stuck, did you? Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I'll bring you some hot broth. How are we feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you've had a hard journey ahead of you. You might find rest when you can. I'm fine now, thanks to you. But I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold with the Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Dahala, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. A Rogadan gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion? I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze. It may be worth the while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. Yeah, Biggs would do that. Biggs is a great guy. He wouldn't try to get innocent people caught up in his shit. Something's in here at least. Maybe I'll find a clue. Hopefully I'll find Biggs. Find a clue in something bad. I shouldn't have AoE'd like that. I was getting a little cocky. Don't get penisy, kid. Were you able to learn anything? I learned that my chocobo's trying to cook itself alive. You can just see him standing by the Not in this area. Well, that stands to reason. I suppose seeing as he was trying to lure the Garleans away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? We can't give up, Dahala. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold, or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who will listen, and hurry! Biggs' chance of survival grows slimmer by the moment. Alright, up the tower we go. Not you. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found anywhere around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through Danif Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I nearly broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. And I go, watch me. Woo! 1 HP! Okay, so kind of back the way we came. But that's only because, you know, I died and we had to run all the way back here again. Oh, something's here! Biggs! I'm coming, buddy! Oh, it's a duty? Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Ah, Dahala. It's well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Yida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me! He's not alone! Kill them all! Oh boy. Did they fix it so that your tanking aura doesn't turn off every time you enter an instance? Because I think I've had to remember to put it back on lately. Okay, you can follow me along as we go pick up some more playthings. Stick with me, buddy. Here we go, heals. I hope that you still alive. Not one of theirs. Little ass. There we go. Thanks. Another moment and I would have... Oh. He's been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Yidi and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Aw, I love reunions. I'm glad this wild goose chase wasn't a very super long one. But I mean, that just goes to show how important it was to find him quickly. I cannot thank you enough, Dahala. And the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are family, are we not? Well, yes, it's just... I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe the law to you my life. And you saved Wedges too, Dahala. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. Count up another one. Biggs! Wedge! God, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief! It's you! It's really you! In our hearts, we always knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh... When Elfinor told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Garleans get here so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flame should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day, when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noticed not a miss in horizon. Nothing at all, to suggest that the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleportation magics. Magics of the kind used by the Ascians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard from them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe only weeks. And then without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't likely to leave again. So, risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, they say, is history. Ha! If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel? That would have been Biggs' handiwork, like as not. You always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Dahala, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot! Galrond Ironworks is back in business! Let's go and give the Imperials what for! Hurrah! Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. God knows we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis a good place as any to prepare, and better than most, the road leading east then south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Whoa. On the road again. Okay. Where am I going? He said follow the road. But I'm not seeing a quest marker. Point this out to me. Is it because something else is covering it, maybe? Ah, there it is. I'm just blind. And I do not have the echolocation to back it up, so that just sucks for me. Alright, let's grab the aetherite first. And it in the choke key. Oh, this place looks kind of funky. I think this place got really fucked up with that cataclysm thingy happened. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them? I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The Stronghold's been on high alert of late, with armed patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get in with 100 yards of the walls undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it's good to be on... it has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Well, I have a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. Haha, that's a bold strategy. It just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would even think to use their technology. Then it's settled! If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glamont. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire, and happens to know a great deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I have no doubt that he would want to be obeyed. Yida and I shall reconnoiter the Garlean activity at the Stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Dahala. Let's do this! Sometimes I wonder, Yida, are there ever times where you are not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Y'shtola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papalimo. there, Mr. Angry Man. Looking for Glamont, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Eh? You're looking to get inside Castrup's Sentry, and you need my help? Ah! Something tells me we're gonna get along just fine. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry who you want to rescue. That Slaffborn knows me too well. You can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at those whore sons. But enough about me. Let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity, right delicate business it is. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond a shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these simple instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get all up in there, never mind the moorballs, and navigate your way to the southwest corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, might be you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now get going, and Godspeed. Moorballs. Why'd it have to be moorballs? Okay, no, I need to go down and this way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I just have to kind of... Here, it's the button? Yep. I just have to kind of stop and take a look at all of this. Wow. Like, this is kind of crazy. Okay. Back to business. I got distracted. Thank goodness, because I have a feeling that tonight is not going to be a good night. Oof. Run! Run! Get away from that thing. Oh, shit. Over here? Yes, it is. And, of course. Okay, which one's actually going to attack me? I think just this one. Oh, no, you don't! You are not blinding, poisoning, and confusing, and all that other stuff. Stay stunned. Woof! Okay, that went a lot better than I was thinking it was going to. Those things are scary. Oh, God. I guess it makes sense if you're next to a drainage pipe, you're gonna find bugs. I think these things are supposed to be like mosquitoes. Well, now that I've cleaned it up... The faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf-mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Elizon's got on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power. Something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power? Like the kind the Beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? I don't have a death wish, that's why. As well try to tumble her. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Our break is over. Best get back to our stations. There, I think I finally got the screenshot I was trying to get. The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. Alright, back to more donut, it seems. Let's just do that because that's a lot of marbles to run through. Okay. Now we go report to Elfino. 'Tis good to see you again, Dahala. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Minfilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed, we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Good work, Dahala. As Elfino has already told you, we've plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glamont is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparations of my own. Minfilia and the others are counting on us, Dahala. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. Woohoo! 47! While Glamont goes about devising his plan, we need to see to some preparations of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that we're short on armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west have been observed to amplify that self-same energy. By making the use of this property, we should be able to drown out the Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystal amongst the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Alright! So, I hope you guys had a lot of fun with me today. I sure did. We made a lot of really good progress. We went through like 2 dungeons and a primal, didn't we? Or is it 3 dungeons and a primal? We did a lot! So, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye!